To the conflict in Gaza. Gaza City's come under intense air attack. That's according to the Territory Civil Defence Agency. It comes as Israeli forces prepare to launch an operation to take over the city. An official said the residential areas of Zeitoun and Sabra had been hit for 3 days, causing massive destruction to civilian homes. Residents are unable to recover the dead and injured. All of this comes as Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been defending his war policies on Israeli television, saying that his calls for Palestinians to leave Gaza as military action intensifies didn't amount to pushing them out. The Israeli military's also just said it's approved a plan for a new offensive across the territory. Well, suggestions that Palestinians are made to leave the territory have been widely condemned, some nations saying that it would amount to ethnic cleansing. There have been some suggestions that talks to bring about a pause in the fighting could resume. Well, to discuss all of those developments, I've been speaking to our correspondent in Jerusalem, Yolanda.
Well, first of all, it is like now Israeli government policy of several months standing to encourage what they're calling voluntary emigration of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. They were really encouraged by that vision that Donald Trump laid out earlier this year, where he also proposed a US takeover of Gaza. And we have had since then the Israeli Prime Minister giving this television interview where he said, I think that's the right thing to do, to allow people to leave and then go in with all your might against the enemy who remains there, seeming to talk about the upcoming expected expansion of the military offensive starting in Gaza City. Now, that's prompted more warnings. You know, you've got Palestinians and human rights groups. The international community has already been saying that anything that looks like forced displacement, that is a violation of international law. And, you know, Palestinians can't be considered to be leaving voluntarily if it's because conditions in Gaza are becoming unlivable.
And we're just hearing that there could be some movement when it comes to talks to broker a ceasefire. Where are things on that front?
So, I mean, really, the last round of talks broke down just at the end of last month with lots of recriminations. That was for a 60-day ceasefire deal that would see the release of about half of the remaining hostages. It's thought that by Israel that there are 20 who are still alive. Now, already that was very controversial with the Israeli public. They want to see all of the living hostages, in fact, all of the 50 hostages, so the bodies as well, held by Palestinian armed groups being returned. And we heard that Washington also had shifted its position, was looking more towards a comprehensive deal.